The matchmaker that Wargaming has released, this skill-based matchmaker, is possibly the worst thing they've ever done for World of Tanks Blitz.
But as of right now, I absolutely hate this change, and I kind of hope that they just revert it.
That right there is the average response from any relatively good Blitz player after the 9.7 update. Wargaming has released a new matchmaker system in the latest Blitz update with goals on evening out each side's chances of winning by making the average win rate on both teams to be equal. This means that if there is one team's average is 52%, the other team's average should be or be roughly around 52%. For the average 50%er, this would barely affect them as they were versus players with similar skill levels. However, more skilled players like Droodles, Flossie, and Fatness will have a terrible experience with this new system as they will have absolutely dookie teammates to compensate for their skill. I mean, look at this recording here of Droodles' new video posted about the matchmaker and just listen to him.
However, I am quite confident to say that the skill-based matchmaker is the worst update that they have put into the game, and it is definitely going to spearhead the demise of World of Tanks Blitz if they do not remove it.
What Droodles said in that little clip there is the complete truth. World of Tanks will die if it stays the same as it is now. This new matchmaker is absolutely foul. It's ruining the game for the people who make content and for the people who make Blitz what it is. With people without Droodles, without Flossie, without Fatness, without Meadsy, all the skilled players who make content on the game, if they struggle to make content and they don't enjoy the game, no one's going to watch the content and the game as a whole will die. The community for Blitz will die. So if this new matchmaker isn't taken back or isn't fixed in a pretty short window of time, World of Tanks Blitz as we know it as of right now will be a dead game. Here is a clip of Droodles explaining the new matchmaker in depth.
And let me explain why, really briefly, right? So the way the matchmaker works is it ranks people on win rate percentage. So let's say that my team's win rate averages out to be 54%. Well, the way the matchmaker is going to work is it is going to make the enemy team's win rate average to be 54%. On paper, you say, oh, look, that's a pretty fair battle. Here's the problem. My win rate is 67%. The rest of my team's win rate might be 40%. Because when you average those two numbers together, it's going to be 54% win rate.
So hopefully that gives you a better understanding from a better YouTuber how the new matchmaker works. But basically, the team's average will have outliers in the data. So as you know, Droodles will be an outlier because his win rate is so high that there will have to be extremely bad players put into his team to compensate for that skill gap. So the gap of Droodles and the other player, let's say it's a 45%er, the average of that is roughly around 55, 50 something. So the teammates will be around that 50-ish, mid-50s, low 50s win rate, just to even up that difference between Droodles and the lower player.
The enemy team might not have a 67% career player, but what they will have is 5 55%ers and maybe 2 or 1 40%er. And even though I do have a much higher win rate than a lot of the players on the enemy team, I, as a singular player, am not able to recoup for the rest of my team's inadequacies.
So basically what Droodles is saying there is that he's agreeing with my standpoint of that the better players have to try harder and sweat more in public battles just so they can make up for how poorly their team plays. And that's not fair on Droodles or Fatness or any decent player who just wants to have fun in pubs. Pubs isn't even like the competitive game mode. Ratings is where this stuff should be happening, not in pubs where you're just meant to have fun, playing double annihilators trying to get basic fun wins, or double T77s where you steamroll every game. That is what normal pubs is for. Ratings is where you should have all this messed up matchmaking stuff. So basically everyone's going to have to double tone in T77s just so they can get a relatively good win rate. And unfortunately that's just how Blitz might be for the next few weeks. And that's it for today's video, guys. It was a brief yet controversial video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, as that will help me a lot. It can kind of give me that motivation to make new videos. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.